Now, I know you want me to talk about XRP going to 100 or 1,000 bucks this year, but in today's update, let's settle down and let's just talk about the real potential for XRP to just pop up to $5 to $10, a new all-time high, a 300 to 600% return potential if you were to buy XRP today at about a buck 34 as I record this update. And I want to just lay out this setup. We've seen it before in 2020, in 2022, and we're going to be taking advantage of it again here in 2026. Full breakdown. If you appreciate what we're doing, please help us out by liking these videos, sharing them out far and wide, and make sure you have subscribed and hit that notification bell. You don't want to miss our updates. And tonight, we will be airing the most recent interview with Mark Kohler. He runs and founded the law firm KKOS Lawyers that I use for all of my estate planning and legal work when it comes to my entities like LLCs, etc. And you guys can take advantage of their offer. Get in touch with them using my link down below for the legal and estate planning. Get in touch with them. They'll help fix any entities that you might have set up that might have issues. They can fix them and clean them up. You want to create new entities. You want to create a new family estate plan, a new trust. They can take care of you. Great service, very fair on the pricing, and I highly recommend them and have used them myself. Check out that interview. That's going to be airing tonight, okay? Let's get right on into it, folks. Starting off, we have Iran's Speaker of the Parliament providing some alpha trading advice to investors trading the U.S. markets. Quote, pre-market so-called news or truth is often just a setup for profit taking. Basically, it is a reverse indicator. Do the opposite. If they pump it, short it. If they dump it, go long. See something tomorrow? You know the drill. Well, what did we get? It's funny. As soon as the futures opened up yesterday, they dumped it. And the market responded. Oil shot back above 100. The Brent oil shot above 110, I think even 115 maybe. But what we see on Bitcoin is as soon as the futures opened up Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern, we just see it nuke down to 65,000. And then they pump it back up. So it's like we get this flush out as the futures open up, and then they pump it back up. But similar to that advice, and we're kind of joking around here about that trading advice alpha. The point being, he's talking about the manipulation in this market. And I've been trying to call this out for the past month that this conflict has been going on, that the rallies at the start of the week were all bull trap rallies and not to be trusted. And that's exactly what we saw last week again, too. They pumped it up to, 72,000, I believe was the level that they took it to last week. Yep, 72,000. And then they flushed it out to 65,000 when futures opened up yesterday on Sunday. So we have not been trusting it. And this advice right here, pretty spot on. And it's been interesting to watch. And my thesis right now is that we're going to have to drop some big ones, maybe some boots on the ground to secure the Strait of Hormuz. Secretary of the Treasury, Scott Bessent, run it.
But over time, the U.S. is going to retake control of the straits, and there will be freedom of navigation, whether it is through U.S. escorts or a multinational escort.
It's going to happen, has to happen. And I actually, talked about this last night. I put out a tweet and I said that Trump has to win this military operation, and we have to get interest rates down before the midterms or we get smoked. Republicans will be smoked in the midterms if we don't get interest rates down and if we don't achieve some sort of victory or win this military operation. I'm not here to play politics with you guys. I'm not here to be a political pundit. And some people can't handle just having a conversation about this so that we can get to how to take effective action and how to make the right investments. If you can't handle that and put on your big boy pants, then maybe I'm not the channel for you, because I'm not going to stop. This analysis is the alpha, and it's why we've been ahead of the game. It's why we didn't buy into these bull trap rallies over the past 4 weeks, and why we're prepared to buy the lows that will come in when we drop the big ones. When the boots on the ground announcement hits the timeline, we've already been positioned, our orders are set, and we're going to be scooping that up. And to add a little bit more evidence to my thesis that we're about to hit it heavy, Italy's defense minister on the Iran war, quote, I am forced to know things that no longer let me sleep. For what could happen in the coming weeks, for the effects it will have on the economy and on our daily lives. If the people reading classified briefings are losing sleep, that's not a good sign. That's a sign that it's about to get heavy. It's about to get intense. And that's what I'm warning about again here today. Now let's get into XRP. Simple setup. They're going to flush it out just like they did in March of 2020, just like they did in 2022 as well. And I found this post yesterday from Chart Nerd, XRP 2022 versus XRP 2026. Look at the similarities in this setup. When we lost the 200 weekly moving average, you got this flush out on XRP in 2022. Similar setup here in 2026. We lost the 200 weekly moving average. And if we get that flush out on this chart, you might not be able to see it because it's so small. But he has, the potential range going back down to about 80, 90 cents. Okay. Now, what I'm calling for is for us to at least double bottom or retest that low that we hit at the beginning of February that's at about $1.10. So $1, $1.20, somewhere in that range. Maybe we go below $1. The only way that you can really, position yourself is just laddering your orders in. I'm front running $1.20. I've already said this publicly. I'll repeat it again. I'm front running $1.20. I'm front running $1. So if you want to front run with me, you can. I'm not here to give you financial advice. I'm just here to tell you why I am so excited about this setup right now of XRP swooping those lows once again, sweeping those lows once again, and then the bounce that's going to provide 300 to 600% return on investment if this ends up playing out like I expect. And I put out the tweet, and it triggers people because some people say $5 to $10 is not enough. And I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know that XRP needs to be at a higher price. No, I understand that. I definitely do. And I still believe in much higher prices than $5 to $10. But clearly, if we haven't learned anything by now, what are we doing? I thought that XRP was going to go to $100 in 2020. Here we are in 2025. I thought it was going to go to at least 10 or 20 bucks. I said we're not going to go above 30 bucks, but I could see XRP stretching out to 10 or 20 bucks. That didn't happen. I was wrong. And some folks will say, you're going to be wrong again, Zach. Well, that's fine. I'm here to step up to the plate and keep on swinging, keep on taking action and making investments to better my family. Whether people like it, don't like it, they want XRP to be at $1,000, or they're a hater and a troll that think that XRP won't break above $2 this year. It's funny to watch the people coming out of the woodworks. You don't know what you're talking about. XRP needs to be priced at $1,000. We were doing whiteboard videos and talking about this all through 2021 and 2022 as we entered into a bear market that brought XRP back down to 30 cents. And then on the other side, people will just, with no real analysis, say that XRP is not going to break above $2 or $3 this year. And we know how easy it will be done based off of a small amount of inflows coming back into this space can easily push XRP up to those prices. And so I put out the tweet, $5 to $10 XRP later this year is still possible. Just to remind folks that it's all still in the cards. It's all still there. Is $100 or $1,000 possible this year? No, not a chance. I said that last year. I'm going to say it again. If you don't like that and you need to get that hopium from somebody, I'm sure there's a few characters out there that will tell you XRP is going to go to $100 or $1,000 this year. I'm not. And I'm going to bring your attention to just how great of an investment opportunity we have if we just get that bounce to $5 to $10. Take a look at the chart. XRP from $1.34 popping up to $5 is 272% ROI. Now, obviously, if we go any lower towards $1 and you scoop up towards $1, we're talking about 300% just on that move to $5. So this is just measuring from $1.34 where we're at today. And by the way, if you bought the top above $3, if you loved XRP at $2, if you loved it at $3, why would you not be head over heels for it at $1.34? If you believed in all of the fundamentals and the reasons for why it was going to go from $3 to $10 last year, wouldn't you love being able to take advantage of it going from $1 to $10 this year? Once again, I'm just showing you the potential. From $1.34 up to $10 is 640% return. So within that range of $5 to $10, we're talking about 300 to 600% return on investment in less than 12 months. Tell me in the comments where you have alpha that is as good or better than that. I challenge anybody in the comments today to let me know where you can get better alpha than that, where you can get better returns than that. Can you do it in the stocks? Can you do it in gold? Can you do it in other crypto? Sure. In fact, that's why I'm still so bullish on the digital asset space, not just XRP, is because we're swooping up these lows on XRP, on HBAR, on Canton, on Zebek. I just went in on hype, and I'm not even looking for a 2, 3, 5x on hype. I'm just looking to double up. I have a list, over half a dozen projects that we're buying right now that we've been accumulating during this bear market that on the bounce don't even need to go do an all-time high for some of these projects, but just need to recover back up to half of the previous all-time high, and we're talking about 3 to 5x returns. And so I put out this video on this Monday morning. I know that it's heavy out here on the timeline with the war, a lot of drama in DC. We're waiting on the Clarity Act. Everybody's frustrated right now, including the XRP community. And I'm frustrated as well too. I get it. But don't let that frustration distract you from the fundamentals. Don't let that frustration distract you from the opportunity. And please do not be distracted from taking action and getting those orders in. I don't care what platform you're going to use, but I like to use a couple to give myself better odds of being able to scoop up that low. But I'm going to be taking advantage of this because I see 300 to 600% upside on XRP and multiple other digital assets as well. One of the platforms that we've been putting in front of you guys because it allows us to move our retirement funds into digital assets and precious metals is iTrust Capital, and we're going to talk about them real quick before we sign off of today's video. You can get a $100 funding bonus by using my link down below, and you can set up their IRA product, your traditional Roth SEP IRA, and you can roll over a 401k, precious metals, and digital assets. They have their premium custody account for free institutional grade custody. I know so many people have been asking me about wallets and this and that. I don't really worry too much about that. I do keep some in cold storage, but I'm mostly just using institutional grade custody at Caleb & Brown. iTrust Capital as well has it set up. And their new product I'm super excited about as well is the premium treasury accounts. Also free institutional grade custody. You can do precious metals and digital assets. And this would be for your business, your trust, your nonprofit. You set up an LLC. You set up some entities for your business. You got a plumbing business and you want to start holding XRP on your balance sheet. iTrust Capital can help you set that up today. Use my link down below. Doesn't matter what account you set up. You can set up one, you can set up all three, but you'll get a $100 funding bonus when you use my link down below. You guys let me know in the comments down below if you have any other better opportunities. I'm looking for the alpha. I'm looking at other cryptos. I'm looking at the stock market. And so let me know. XRP, $5 to $10. We're talking 300 to 600% upside. If you got something better, let us know. If you disagree, let us know. But please help us out by liking this video, sharing it out far and wide. If you appreciate what we do, all of our community resources are available at zachrector.com. We'll see you later. I am your host, Zach Rector. I really appreciate all of the love and support. If you want to support the channel, just remember that you can start by smashing that thumbs up for me, sharing this content far and wide, and everything else is at my website.